Welcome to the Romanian Reaver channel and my playthrough of Pillars of Eternity.
Not a problem.
Welcome to Two Elms. Hartsong is the commons district of this city, where Clanfathens live and mingle and where foreigners are allowed to stay in the city. All other places are forbidden. Being the hangout spot, I designed the place with a couple of things in mind. It had to have an inn, a marketplace, plenty of dwellings, and an important ritualistic building. Also, to emphasize the union of Clanfathen and ancient and Withen architecture, the design blends the two architectural styles in a way that seems almost organic. Sean Danny, the environment artist that turned the complex 3D block art into an amazing 3D render, commented after his first pass on the area that he totally wanted to live in a place like this. And it was awesome to hear that response, because that's exactly what I was aiming for when first blocking out the area. It was also important to give a sense of what Clanfathen society was like and to contrast it immediately with the people of Defiance Bay. This was accomplished with a few key details. For example, one, the Clanfathens are warlike. Pretty much everyone is armed and geared for battle. Two, Clanfathens live in relative harmony with other creatures of the wilderness, boasting many rangers and druids, and defend their town with the aid of tame Stelgar prides. Lastly, Clanfathens have their own kind of voice and a way of looking at the world, which was conveyed in the figures of speech from the moment that you set foot in the city.
Okay. Now I'm going to try and claim the bounties that I still have to claim. Because now I do have... where was that? Access to Nala the Wise and the Dweller. Let me just... no camping allowed, huh? Okay, if Nalaran the Wise is an ogre, and there's only one or two ogres, I can take them. If there's more than one ogre, I'm fucked. Well, one more, let's say 3 ogres per total. Of the melee variety. They're not over there, which means they're likely over there. Possibly in there somewhere. Have a flashback from the past here though. Was I one of the Griffins back then, I wonder? In his tails, how should I put this? An Griffin, or somebody who used them as well as he uses everybody else, basically? Because the question does arise, really. Now, I know there was something here.
You're mine. Death to our enemy.
I'm here.
You smack that guy.
I will.
I can't move.
Really, dude? Already dying?
Yeah.
Robius is out. Permet kom scholias. Wie artjes vox kom
I'm impressed you guys can't handle this much shit without falling over. Okay, this is a much harder fight than it appears. Now, from my point of view, I need to take care of those fuckers that charm things. I also need to keep an eye on my guys.
Not a problem.
If I can separate those guys from the pack, I can do basically anything. I also need to get mental fortress for these guys, cause yeah, it's getting a wee bit pathetic in that regard. One single tickle and they're like, oh no, I'm an enemy now. Oh, fuck you too. God fucking damn it. Okay. Let's bait the bitches in here.
You're not getting through me. Ready when you are. You're mine. You're mine.
You actually, you saw one of these.
Can't get a good shot with this. I'm gonna beat
Molith, Ixie. Ready when.
Good.
I'm ready.
You better run.
That was a wee bit better, I would imagine.
This isn't working. Yeah.
Quite a wee bit better.
I'm ready.
Ready when you are.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's save that. So I don't have to repeat any fights. You will not touch that guy. Good. There's that pack that we need to kill. I wonder if they'll split up or if they're gonna be glitched and bitched like the lurker. Because if they are, that's gonna be fun to deal with. An ogre druid though, that's also gonna be fun to deal with.
Yeah. Sickler than broth!
Yeah, that's gonna require some drawing out. Some careful drawing out. Because that's a lot of ogres and a lot of... How should I put this politely? Fucking assholeness. I try to keep it PG-13 to a slight degree. Because I hear YouTube actually bans channels for this shite.
Not a problem.
Okay. Damage versus flank, thank you. Now I need to find some way to draw them. I think...
Ready, Watcher.
this chick could do it.
Got an arrow for this one. Got an arrow for this one. Ready, Watcher.
Just say the word. They got Sagani.
Just look at that. Okay, I know what I need to do. I now figured it out. Ranged kiting. Or as some people might put it, raw, unadulterated rear ending. And loving it. Everybody with long ranged weapons, basically. Or ranged weapons at the very least. Okay, so inventory. Huh, you don't have a proper pistol. Now you do. Well, proper-ish. What's the range? 8, 8, 10. And I need you to be more or less that way. Marking, good. So you're gonna stay with that. Sleep. And it's basically gonna be shoot, move, shoot, move, shoot, move. We can't take them on frontally, not at this level at the very least.
Not a problem.
There's no offense to whoever designed this encounter, but that would be a full frontal fuckage. Pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back.
Death to our enemies! Death to our enemy! You're mine! Death to our enemies! Death to our enemies! Death to our enemies! You better run! This fight is mine! Death to our enemies! You better run! Death to our enemies. You're mine. You better run. You better run. Death to our enemies. You better run. You're mine. You're mine. You're mine. You better run. Death to our enemies.
Dead on.
You better run. You're mine. You're mine. You better run.
Dead on.
Death to our enemies. You better run.
That's 3 of them down. Ooh, nice. Quite nice. Itomak, go sit this out.
Just say the word.
Let's see now. A lot of elms. A lot of elms. So I got 3 of them.
Not a problem. You're mine. You better run. You're mine. This fight is mine. You're mine. You better run. You're mine.
Dead on.
You better run. You better run.
Dead on.
You're mine. This weapon's no good to me. You're mine. Death to our enemies. You better run. You're mine.
Just look at that shit.
You're mine. Death to our enemies. Death to our enemies. You better run. You better run. That's how it's done. Death to our enemies.
Dead on.
Death to our enemies.
There's still 1 druid left and a couple of more ogres, I think. Itomak's a good dog, but damn, is he not weird? Managing to catch attention without doing anything.
Dead on.
You're mine. You better run! You better run! You better run! Death to our enemies! You better run! You're mine! Death to our enemies!
That was weird. Why did he switch to friendly for a moment?
Death to our enemies! Quick! You better run! You better run!
Ready, Watcher.
Better try something else!
Got an arrow for this one. Dead on!
Death to our enemies! Death to our enemies! Death to our enemies! You better run! Death to our enemy! Death to our enemies! You're
Come
mine!
to Poppy, old bat.
You're mine! You're mine!
Does she have titties? Well, it is a matron
Death
after
to our
all.
enemies!
Nice. I think there should be another druid, no, in there, and I think another matron, possibly an ogre.
Death to our enemies! You better run!
Dead on!
You're mine! You're mine! Death to our enemies! You better run!
Dead on!
This weapon's no good to me! You're mine! You better run! You better run! Death to our enemies! This fight is mine! Death to our enemies! You better run! You're mine! Death to our enemies!
Come on, baby.
You're mine! Death to our You better run! You better run!
Dead on!
You better run!
Glitched, little boy. A freaking ogre banquet. What? They eat people? May as well eat them back.
You better run! Yeah? Ready when you are.
Not much of a problem.
Ready when you are.
Not much of a problem at all. But where's their
Not a problem.
leader, so to say? Let me just quickly check if this leads anywhere. No.
Brave thou Philophili.
You're mine. You're mine.
Hopefully I can heal that dude. The man on the ground gasps for air, clutching his chest as he struggles. On closer examination, he sees his red cloak obscures the full extent of his injuries. His face widens as blood pools around him. Please, traveler. He reaches out, arduously extending his hand to you. What happened? Forgetful, so careless, he mutters, blood seeping from his lips. Cuts on my knuckles from morning practice. He holds his blood-soaked hand out in front of him. The Stelgars, they smell the blood on me. Thought they found their next meal. The man reaches down to clutch his left leg, his finger running along a jagged length of bone protruding from his knee. You're almost correct. Honest too, the man gets out a long sigh and smiles at you with a slow, knowing nod. You are known to us, Watcher. You know that you have treated others honestly, fairly. His face becomes pale and lapses into a wide smile. And I have need of someone trustworthy to finish my mission. Tell me of your mission. This must be delivered to my order. The monk quickly grasps for his satchel, drawing from it a messenger scroll. Take it, he rasped, waving the missive at you. It needs to be carried the celestial sapling. Give this to my brothers. They'll reward you. Stow the scroll in your pack. And then do not open it, he cries out, his voice cracking. The contents are for my brothers only. If seal is broken, they will. Blood erupts from the man's mouth, streams of red oozing down his neck. His head slumps backward in his body lays still, or goes still. Examine the case. The scroll case is crafted of darkly stained oak and in the likeness of a tin tower. Along its necks, 5 wax seals adorn the case, each with his own symbol: a small flame, an open palm, a crescent moon, a shining sun, and a balanced scale. The seals would more than likely break if you were to try and open the case. Stow the case in your pack. You place the scroll case in your pack and venture onward. Get some money on him. But with that, I'm going to leave it off here now, ladies and gentlemen, because it is more or less 30 minutes. Thank you for watching, or more precisely surviving up until this point, because gods know the editing's kinda interesting and my voice has a melodic tone to it. If you like what you saw, feel free to hit the subscribe button, like button. It does help out the statistics of the channel, gets more visible, you know, stuff like that. And to be honest, at one point I would like to actually make this a job so I can do better content with better quality, more games, more coverage, you know, stuff like that. Take care.